Hello everybody, it's 8 o'clock on Inkables Day and here we are. Okay, so this is something Sam and I have never done before on this one, and so I'm just waiting for Sam to come on as her, and then hopefully I'll be able to add her on. Okay, so we've had a very busy day. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been quite good, hasn't it? I've had a wicked time. Very, very good indeed. Right, so let's see if Sam's here for me to add on yet. No. Let's have a look. Sam Green, where are you? She's not there yet. Right. Let's have a look. So I'm just waiting for Sam. And then we'll add her in. Hopefully. Because we hope this is going to work exactly how we want it to. So what I thought I'd do is I did finish off the mandala card. We started at 10. Well, it wasn't quite 10, was it? By the time I'd finished getting overexcited with all the things I wanted to show you, it was 11 o'clock before this came up, wasn't it? But here we are. Come on, Sam. Where are you? No, she's still not here. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to quickly announce the winner for the final giveaway for the day, which I will put on there as well, is Sonia Jarrett. I haven't seen if Sonia's here yet. But if she is, you have won. You can pick any 3 of the 6x6 easy frames and 3 of the 4x4 easy frames. So you think Sam is here? Right, here we go. Like I say, Sam and I have never done this way before. Invite Sam to join you on camera. So then we go. I have done this in other groups with other people, but for whatever reason, Sam and I have never done it here. There she is. You specifically said you didn't want to do any face-on nonsense.
Yeah, no, I don't. I just needed it where I could make me see or make you see me. So sorry for the jiggling.
That's all right. I'm sat down now because now you're here. I can sit down.
It is my blood type.
Right.
Jiggling. Just you keep talking, Bev, while I make this so that you can see.
Right, okie dokie. I don't know because I can't see. Yeah, that's it. We're side by sides. Sisters. Okay.
I think I need to go that way a little bit because you can see too much of the edge of my desk. So just hang on a sec. Just keep talking, Bev.
Okay. I don't know what to say now. I know there's someone else here. It's really odd. You know, when I'm sat in this room talking to myself, I'm absolutely fine. The weird thing is, though, shush, you said I could talk. You know, I do actually talk to myself even when I'm in this room on my own. I don't know about you, Sam, but when you're crafting by yourself and you're actually chatting.
Yeah, like all the time.
You know, especially when you knock something off.
With herself, so I don't know what's going on.
You know, when you knock something off and you go, oh, I didn't want to do that.
Oh, that wasn't meant to happen.
That wasn't meant to happen. Yeah. It's nice we're on the same page, isn't it? Okay,
yes.
Sonia is here. Congratulations. Lynn, you've missed everything diabetic eye check. Don't you worry, my darling. It's all there to catch up on. All but Sally's and this live aren't on YouTube yet. Everything else already is. So if you prefer to watch on YouTube, because I know people find that easier to watch on their TV, you can catch up with those. But they're all here on the Facebook page as well. So you can catch up at your leisure. At your leisure, indeed. If you're looking for how to complete projects in an efficient, timely fashion, I would stay away from mine and Sam's lives, especially mine, I have to say. But the others, they are very good and they're very efficient. Okay.
Very much
it's
more
just
efficient.
The 2 of you.
Yes,
the 2 of you. Is that bad? 2 of us. Is Katie joining you? No, she's in bed.
Can you please stop
Right. Right. Strange. I can either comment or watch you, not both. I've had that a few times, Dominique. Like on Chit Chat Friday with Sam, I can either watch it, but if I try and put links or comments or anything like that on. Now, is Shireen in the house? Did we see Shireen in the house? Sam?
No, I haven't. Shall I try and tag her?
Oh no, there she is. There she is. She's just popped up. So I think what we need to do is we need to make Shireen link master for however long we're here.
Master of the link card.
Because we're here. Right, okay. So this is live, Linda. We are right here.
Are we live?
We're live.
Are we live?
Oh, I'm so tired. We are live. Okay. So the link master. And then we need to think of something to give her. Link master. So what is there anything anyone thinks? Well, that's what I thought, Mother. I thought you could monitor chat. Shireen can do links. We've got things. Is there anything? And best way in the world, Shireen knows the Bee Crafty website like that. I'm not gonna lie. Right. Is there anything? Well, good. Is there anything specifically? Is that the word I meant to use? Is there anything specific anyone would like to see more of that they haven't seen enough of today? Anything you already think, do you know what, I'm going to set them up and I'm going to pit Bev versus Sam, where we test knowledge. Or, I will say, if you're looking for specific template stuff, that might be where we have a bit of a battle of wits, because we don't both have every single one. So,
no. I definitely don't, because I made a list last night of all the ones I don't have.
Is it longer than you thought it would be?
Yeah.
What do you think of the finished card, Sammy?
And obviously now I'm an ink pad missing as well. So that's very distressing.
You specifically told me I wasn't allowed to bring up mustard seeds, so I didn't.
No, I didn't say you weren't allowed to bring it up. You're not allowed to use it.
Okay.
That's banned.
I'm not allowed to use mustard seed, so you're not allowed to ask me to use that, okay?
No, I told you what happened. I read you the rules. It's lovely.
Thank you very much. Right, I'm going to put that in the way. Alrighty. Do you know the thing? You're Sarah Lou saying that's a lot of pens, Sam. It's actually not. Like in terms of percentage.
I can get more. I know. I tried to hide them as well, and then it was like, oh.
Right. Okay. So I think I'm going to come up with an idea to start everybody off. That's a nice yellow on my card. It's actually squeezed lemonade, Mother, so stop winding her up. So I think I've got an idea to start us off. Right, Sam, I want you to grab a tag, a smallish one. So it's 8 or smaller, size 8 or smaller. Have you got a size 8 or smaller?
Yep.
Okay. Right, and are your Inkables big ones in any sort of order?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
They're in order?
Well, you said some sort of order. Yeah, they're in a clip.
They're in a stack. Right, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab...
Because essentially, if I go from that way, yeah, they are actually in order, aren't they? Clothes, Cotswold stone, flower plant. No, they're not. No, they're not.
Right, okay. So let's go 5 in. 1,
5.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
I'm gonna cheat. Hang on. Oh, 5. Oh, look, I've got a Bakewell.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Magic.
That's good. Right. Okay. So shall we start with a Bakewell? Right. And let's go for, let me get a blending mat. Yeah, I probably should have cleaned that. Really.
Oh, I've got one of those.
What, a blending mat? Oh, yeah, but yours is probably clean. That's the difference.
Yeah, on my desk.
Right, so let's right, okay, so I picked a template start. Do you want to pick a colour range?
Okay. Go for
colours.
pickled raspberry,
Okay.
squeezed lemonade. Elsa,
Are you
I
going to
love
go?
you.
Oh, you're going to do oxide. So shall I do distressing?
Yeah, go on then.
That's a good idea. Right. So we've got a squeezed lemonade.
Yeah, I went picked raspberry, squeezed lemonade, peacock feathers. But it doesn't have to be like.
No, that's fine. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. And then everybody can be thinking about what they want us to do next. Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Peacock feathers. Okay. See. So when everybody, including my mother and that, say how unorganised my craft room is, and I tell you because I tell you every week. I just want you to think to this, because this bit always is organised. These are always in the right thing.
They are always organised in your room. Always.
Always organised. That's my one little section, and it's always organised. Oh, sorry. Right. And are we just gonna? I don't want to use the word willy-nilly. So shall we just put these on however we want? Ready. Right, Sam. Let's go. You're going to talk through the next bit. Talk through what you're doing.
I'm sorry about the dogs, everybody, but you know they are who they are.
Here we go. Go on then, Sam. You talk through your application. I'm just going to.
So I'm using brushes. Blending tools, absolutely fine. You can use whichever ones you've got, whichever ones work for you. Make sure you put your lids back on your ink pad, because otherwise, Beth shouts at you a lot.
I send vitriolic messages.
She's just that way.
Yep.
Now, if I'd have kept that where it was, I'd know what I was doing now, wouldn't I? That looks. Yeah. I've moved my template. If you stick these down, this won't happen to you. But I don't have that bit of your brain that makes you do that. I don't have. I mean, there's lots of parts of my brain that are missing. That's just another one, isn't it?
Oh, I don't have clean foam, it would appear.
You've got no clean foams?
Yeah, it's all just a bit, you know. So I've got a lovely green instead of squeezed lemonade.
Oh. Whatever works. Well, I moved my template, so these are overlapping a little bit. So I'm getting sort of green and orange tones as well.
Look at that, man.
I'm like, well, good. I need to be very, very remembrant. That's not a word, but I need to keep a very close eye on remembering that I'm just not even sat in my craft room talking to my sister.
Yeah, it's the naughty words.
It's screaming out, I could make a mistake. Hopefully not a terrible one.
Rena, does it cost to send stars? Yes, it does. Funnily enough, I was covering this, was it last night or Tuesday night, Sam? I was talking about the stars. So the stars basically is something that's been put in by Facebook, so that basically you can donate to content creators that are creating content for you to watch and enjoy and learn from and all this sort of thing. Now, we have never asked for donations for the content we create on Facebook, and we're not doing that now. I only answer the question if somebody asks. Okay, so what Facebook are doing is they're also giving people free stars to spend. So, for example, they're giving 200 stars so you can spend them with whoever you want. But you can also buy stars if you want. But we're not asking you to do that. Obviously, if you want to, that's lovely. But we're not asking you to do that at all. What we say is, you know, if you're going to buy stars, buy something off the website, because then you get something as well. Do you know what I mean? But you know, it's something. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing Facebook have put in, because it's a way of people that are just content creating. I don't, you know what I mean, as a content creator. But it just enables everybody to. And if you want to repay for the content that you like to use. Anyway, sorry. Just the stars thing, I think is going to keep cropping up every now and then, because it's a relatively new thing. So I just like to cover it as and when. But anyway, moving swiftly on. Oh, Sam, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to quickly run through the offers.
Gunner?
Okay. So I'm a gunner. Right. So the offers for today, if you're only just joining us because, you've been at work, you've been busy, you've had stuff on, you just didn't feel like it until now. All of which are valid. All of which are absolutely valid. So the offers for Inkables Day, and there is actually another one that I didn't tell you guys this morning. And I will also quickly prefix that with, if you have done multiple orders today and you don't think we'll have noticed, we'll try and look, but we make no promises. If you want to let us know, what we'll do is we'll bundle those together and then we'll refund any excess postage and whatever. Okay. So the Inkables big ones are 25% off. The Inkables.
I'm going to cascade through some as you talk about them.
The Inkables 6x6 are 25% off. The Easy Frames are 25% off. The Skylines.
Well, I can't do it that quick. I just can't.
I'm doing it. You're fine. Are 25% off. Okay. And then we have the sets. So you have texture disc sets, tag sets, and your Dinkable sets. They are 30% off. Okay. There's something we also, and then we also have some mediums in terms of the gloss sprays. Buy 6 get 10% off. The embossing glaze, buy 6 get 10% off. Stickles glitter gel, buy 6 get 10% off. The Dina Wakley heavy body paint, that is 50% off, and that is a whiz gig. When it's gone, it's gone. But something I did actually forget to tell you this morning is there also is a discount on the Queen Bee journaling range, which incorporates the bullet journaling templates and also the stamps that are in that range. Boston. Shireen, honestly, darling, you don't have to do all those links because I understand that's a bit much.
What a legend he is.
There's a dodgy bloke just turned up in the comments.
Is it my Mr. Mark Green?
Well, all I'm saying is, yeah. I said dodgy and you knew it was him. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right.
Hello, Mr. Mark Green.
So where should we go from here, guys? Would you like to use a different medium over the top? Oh, come on, give us a bit of
a different size Inkable, like give us a different
size Inkable. Okay, on a different tag or over the top?
Over the top, it's got to be, hasn't it?
Add some, Louise Sims, add some spray. Okie dokie.
Oh, man.
Spray. Well, Sam doesn't quite cope with the messiness quite as much as I do. I embrace it. There are still white gloss spray droplets on my phone. That was from Tuesday.
Add some spray.
Okay.
It's got to be white, isn't it?
So spray. See, mine has, the Bakewell actually leaves quite a bit of open space. So with a spray, I'm actually thinking.
Sorry.
Maybe. Oh no, I've got no idea. I am going to go for. Sorry, Sam, you can talk now. Sorry.
Oh, is that all right? Is that okay?
Sorry. I'm not used to it. It's not my fault.
I'm looking for My perspective circles.
I did not steal it.
But I don't know. Oh, that's going to look a bit much. Okay.
Right. I am going to go in with the inside. If you did join me this morning, you'll see we were using the, or I was telling you about, oh no, I did use them as well actually, the easy frames, where you get the inner and the outer, so you get the mask and the template section. Okay, so this is the flower. Is it a sun? Do we call it a sunflower? You were hoping the boys were going to do the live. That would take some serious logistical eyes in Shireen, because Mr. Mark Green is in Germany and Mr. David Tonks is in Sweden.
I was going to say that would take more planning than I can cope with.
Yeah. So I'm going to take the.
Alex has just shouted, yeah, but at least they're in the same time frame.
Well, so are me and you technically. We're in the same village.
I want to do the star thing, but it's annoying me.
Do you know what this shows us, Sam? If we're actually together, we can't craft a blooming thing. This is going to take.
That's all right. I've got it. I've worked out what I'm doing. So I'm going to put the innie from. I'm going to put the innie from the small easy frame star.
Right.
And then I'm going to put the stars multi over the top, and I'm going to spray my white gloss spray through it.
Cool. What I'm going to do is I've got my large and small sunflower innie. Okay. But I'm going to go over with the dilution. I'm going to do a dilution Calypso teal. Okay. I'm going to.
Ooh. Oh, I'm having regret. I haven't done anything yet. Sorry.
Okay, so I need my journal. Why didn't I pick up my journal before I did spraying? Well, there's my big one in there from earlier. So as these are coordinating colours,
That's
that off. Put that there.
I just have to ask my oldest son a question. Alex, have you put anything in the washing up water yet? But there's nothing in it now. Come here and get these templates.
Oh, hello. Just off the excess. Okay. And then we've got sort of like
black journal, shouldn't I?
The sunflower. So I'm just going to do a little heaty drying.
That goes up. You know, when you do something you're like, there, that might not have been an absolutely awesome idea.
Oh, hang on. I've just had... I'll tell you what. I'll get my template back.
Had what? A knock at the door, or a bang to the head? Or...
Sorry, I've just had yet another all my data's gone message off Abigail. It's just come through.
Yeah, see what I did, it looks nice in the white, but I don't think it's showing up particularly well on the camera, so it probably would have been better if I'd done it in black. In terms of from a visual standpoint for you guys. I'll tell you what else I didn't do either.
What?
I didn't wipe the nozzle.
So what are you using the Dina Wakely?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, the Dina Wakely gloss sprays, they're on a 6 for a 10. Get 6 and you get 10% off. Shireen, this live is epic. It honestly doesn't feel that way, Shireen. It feels like we have made a grievous error.
Yeah. You know, like when you go to a shop and you buy a pair of trousers that don't actually fit you that well, and you stand there with them on going, I've made a terrible mistake.
Because you realise you're in a changing room and now you've got to try and get them off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my sister's not there to grab them by the waist and go, get out of them. You know?
That's funny. That's funny.
Can I bring the tag up to the camera? Absolutely.
I'm just going to outline with my Posca while Sam's doing that.
I have to wait for it to show up on my screen so I know if I'm close enough. So you can see they are there. They're just really, really faint, which is actually quite nice. And I like how it looks. But I just don't know that it's sort of great for you guys. I love how it looks. But I don't know that it shows up on camera for you guys. Is she moving on with a pen? Can you see her?
I did say. I said, while you're talking, I'm just going to outline this with a Posca.
Oh, yeah.
I did.
You did.
I did.
Right. And I've got...
And then I'm just going to work down these.
So then...
Oh, look, it's smudged.
I don't want to do what I need to do. Hang on. Getting my heat tool unravelled from its place where it lives would have been a good idea, wouldn't it?
Well, in fairness, we walked into this pretty blind, this particular live.
Like
walking into it blind.
Tell everyone else not to do.
Oh, Sam, are you going to encourage it dry, are you?
Well, it nearly is dry.
Welcome to the dark side, my friend.
I don't like it.
Yeah, Ali, that's a good idea, actually. Yeah, you could go around with a black fine liner pen, Sam Stars. But the thing with that is, though, that does commit you to using black somewhere else in the project. Because otherwise... You know what it can do. Oh, sorry, Mum said that as well. I just didn't see it. But it does commit you then. So, for example, if you know you're going to be adding in for a black stamp sentiment or something, you're golden. But if you're not sure at this point whether you want to use black on your project, it can sort of commit you to something that maybe you don't really want. This is brilliant. It's how I feel when I see you in the DT lives. Oh, Sammy, yeah, what about like a blue micron?
Well, what I'm thinking is I'm going to grab, so this is the innie from the 6x6 easy frame. So what I'm going to do is with the colour that's left on my brush from this, I'm going to put that, so half a star, and just like really gently do that and mess it up. This is why you're meant to tape them down. And it's just, there is the tiniest amount of colour on here. So you're still going to see everything that we've just done and put underneath. And then with the pink from the other one, the other brush, or one of the other brushes, if I do it that way, you can see what I'm doing a bit better. Do the same that way. And like I say, there is so little on the brush, it's not going to take away from what we've done or anything like that. It's just going to give me a bit more depth. Like so. I'm not keeping up with the comments very well. I'm too...
No, it's fine. To be fair, that gives me a good idea, Sam, of something that we actually haven't shown today. So do you mind if I just do a very quick segue? So
go on then. I think I'm going to find out my moon dust pens. Not moon dust.
Right, you know
the one.
Moonlight or Stardust, pick one. Right.
That's
like we were saying, the easy frames, they come in a 4 inch. And when we talk about 4 inch or 6 inch, we're talking about the outside measurement of the template, not the mask. Okay. So you've got the 4 and the 6. And both come with the innie and the outie, as we say. The mask and the template. Right. But so we were saying earlier, like the reason we developed these is so you could do that really nice coloured blended centre and then put in your stamped images and things like that. But you can mix and match them. Because what you can do is you can take, and I have to say, can I just say, see when I'm watching demonstrators and stuff and they say what you can do, it really actually bugs me. Because if you've got time, you should show it. So another possibility that you can do, and I'm going to show you it right now, is you
Another
option is you can take, for example, the smaller inner and blend off it to give you the white center. Okay, and that's the reason you get both. So you can either do a coloured center with a white outline or vice versa, right? But then what you can do is that after that is you can come in with the larger outer. Okay. And what that does, it sort of expands your template. It expands your easy frame. Because you can then come in, so I've come in with the blueprint sketch around the edge. And then you've got a much larger section of your easy frame. So it's giving you quite a decorative frame using the inside of the smaller size and the outside of the larger. Okay, so that's another pretty cool way to use your easy frames, which I forgot. There's going to be loads of things I've forgotten. There's going to be loads of things I've forgotten, and we're going to have to do some smaller videos to put on YouTube and whatever. But you know, I think that's a pretty good one to play with, really. Did you see me doing the telly twinkle then? That was good. Right, how are you getting on, Sammy?
Absolutely fine. So I've got my Moonlight jelly rolls out. Picked the 3 colours that were kind of nearest to what I'd been using in terms of the oxides, which are these 3. And then I've drawn, so that's outie innie from the Easy Frame Star. Drew round it with 1 colour. And then went and put sort of the false wiggly lines over it to sort of break it up a little bit because it looked a bit neat.
Yeah.
So I've done that in the 2 colours. So where I blended around it with just the ink that was left on from before, it's sort of not. It's just highlighted it really, rather than made everything stand out. You can still see all the colour that we put on. And I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, M10 yeah, you've been here a lot today. I hope we've been really helpful because I know you're just starting out on your crafting journey. And the main difference between Distress Oxide and Distress Ink, they are 2 different inks in what they're made of. Okay, but they come in the same color palette. So your Distress Ink, whether it's in the smaller or the larger ones, the Distress Ink is a dye ink. It's a pure dye ink, okay? And when you're layering it up, blending like I was just showing you, you have to go light to dark. There's no options to go the other way because it's just a dye ink. So, you know,
that's it.
It's not as okay. However, your Distress Oxide is a pigment dye ink blend, okay? Which means it's slightly more opaque. It's a slightly, it's easier, to be honest, if you're starting out in terms of coverage in certain ways. But it does have sort of like this chalky-esque finish to it, and it also oxidizes with water and gives a more white oxidation look to it. So those are the principal 2 differences. That is a blended ink. That is just a dye ink. Okay. Right. So where are we going to next? I think we need throw some Dinkable shade on this, to be honest.
Dinkables.
Dinkables. I am going to go for, let's have a gander. Dinkable set
yours in sets?
Yeah.
Mine are in a thing. Like that, they're in there. That's just it.
And like little folders. So.
It's the only, I think it's probably the only thing that I don't keep massively organised.
So I'm going to take some inspiration from one of Annie's today, and I'm going to do some doodling through the flower in the number 10 Inkables. And then add some detail in over the spritz bits with another one in a bit. So I'm going to do some doodling through this one, Sammy, if you want to take over now.
Okie dokie. I'm going to decide. And do you remember we were saying earlier about, so we need to decide if we use a black pen, what we're actually doing is committing ourselves to using black ink everywhere else on it. But I kind of think I've decided I do want to bring, because are we going to stamp on this as well, Bev?
We can do. In fact, I was going to use this as an embellishment, but you can do whatever you want.
Okay. So,
like I say, I'm stealing Annie's ideas, so it's fine.
You're stealing Annie's ideas.
Well,
so
very good.
I'm going to need a little bit of, that's not template tape. Okay, where's the washi? I don't even know where it is. Oh, I thought I'd been so organised getting a few little bits that I thought we would use to the front of everything. You know, we'll just hold it. It's going to work. Say it with me. What could possibly go wrong?
I'm not saying that. I refuse.
So I've used the small, the Star Lattice Inkable, which I'm going to put on a slight angle so that it covers the whole space that I want it to. Then the outie from the Easy Frame, I'm going to grab and just pop over top. I'm going to hope they don't move. And gently, very gently, starting to get a little bit busy on there now. But what the reason I'm doing this is because I think it's important to know that using templates together, you know, it's not just you either use your Inkables or you use Inkables or you use XYZ whatever. The whole point of these, the reason that we've made them, that's the royal we, just in case you weren't aware. But the whole point of these is so that you can use all of it, so that it's accessible and these things all work together. Does that make sense? Makes sense to me, but that's not really a...
Yeah.
You know what I mean, don't you, Bev?
I know what you mean, but I know what you're saying on sentences you haven't even finished, so I don't think I'm pretty reliable either.
Sometimes on ones I haven't even started.
I know, but that's just weird and people might think we're creepy.
Creepy? Surely not. Surely not.
What was it I said earlier? I said it's giving me the GB of the heebie.
Give me the heebies, yeah.
I can't remember what we were talking about now.
No, I can't.
Can't have been good. Can't have been good if it gave me the GB of the heebie.
See, I'm thinking now I do need to bring that black pen in that we were talking about.
I thought you'd already decided that.
No, I hadn't. I wasn't going to.
All right. Was it a thought
So
process?
I'm just going to grab a 05 micron and do my outlines that I love. If you're ever wondering, God, she can't draw a straight line, can she? I'm not trying to. In fact, I'm actively trying not to.
And that's the other thing as well. If you're thinking, well, sorry, I'm just about to go off on another tangent. If you're thinking, well, yeah, but I'm not really good at doodling and I don't want to do the doodling and all this sort of thing. Well, for a start, doodling isn't something you have to be good at. It's just something you do and you're playing with and whatever. So give yourself a bit of a break. Okay?
Yeah.
But so, for example, if I take this texture disc here, let's get a colour we've been playing with already. So going with some picked raspberry. Right? And say we're going to focus on this flower here in the middle. You can then, instead of, I need a slightly bigger micron, much to Louise Sims's absolute appall. I'm not a fan of the 005. Right? I actually like the 05. It's quite bulky. I like it for the very reason Louise Sims doesn't like it. Okay?
Which
but you can use
005.
I don't like the 005. I think it's too little.
Yeah.
But Louise Sims says it's the best one in the packet, and I need to get a grip of myself. So
no,
that's what I said, Sammy. That's what I
from
said.
Me. So the 005 does get used, just not very often.
The 005 is very useful for adding in fine bits of stamps when you haven't been paying attention and you haven't stamped properly.
Yeah.
It's very good for that. But the 05, for example, so we've got these here. So I'll just go around. Okay, and we're just going to do it quite loosely. That tag's never getting finished, is it? Because I've got the attention span of God knows what. I'm just going to go around really loosely and not worry too much. Because we've just used our Inkable now as a doodling guide, okay? And then you can go in and add some more details on the end of these petals. But it's doodling. We're not drawing, we're doodling. So it's light. It's, you know, it doesn't all have to match. I'm going to go up the centre of those petals there. And then what I'll do is I'll add in some extra little bits. Okay? So I'll go on and I'll put like a zigzag on that one. And then I'll put maybe some dots along that petal. And you'll find all of these details on the Doodle Art stamps. Because that's how I draw when I draw them. Okay? So I'll put a few more in here. Oh, I didn't do the line there.
Sorry, I just had to adjust my thing.
And then you might be thinking, oh, but what about the space in the middle? I wouldn't know where to start. Well, the best thing to do, in my opinion, in that sitch, is grab another one of your Inkables that's got something in the middle. Okay? Or, for example, we've got some circles here. So get somewhere about in the middle of that circle. I'm going to put that in the middle. And then you can go around it with some more circles. Do some zigzags coming off. My tag's never getting finished. I've gone off on a tangent now.
Well, I decided that I did need to put the black line in around those stars in the end anyway.
No.
But I don't want it to cover the coloured lines that I've used.
Do a faux stitch around these petals here. And when you're drawing around, make your life easier. And this is how these sort of things turn into these sort of things. Okay, by just going through your templates and then going back in after once you've removed your inkable. Okay, and then
so by definition I've won then, because like I've nearly done my tag.
But I feel, in fairness, I've done the majority of the talking. If you took over the talking, I reckon I can catch up.
And who can actually get a word in when you start talking at the velocity you do?
Yeah, but I'm not used to it. Funny enough, I put a comment on your live this morning. And I did say at the time, I said, Sam, your lives are so calm. I said, your lives are so calm and you get like projects done and finished, and mine are going at 100 miles an hour and nothing happens. Nothing gets done. Nothing gets completed.
Well, that's between you and your God.
What is that? I'm going to shush now.
I'll leave you to work that out.
And you're going to talk.
Right, I'm going to grab me a sentiment. Quite fancying ticker tape 3 today. Quite into it.
Ticker tape 3?
Ticker tape 3, yeah, I'm loving it.
Good for you, because in fairness, we've been defaulting ticker tape 1 for quite a while because it's so good.
I know, and I love ticker tape 1, but I think ticker tape 3 really is just a little dreamboat.
Okay.
So yeah, there it is. So I'm going to grab Dream It, Wish It, Do It, Be It. See, Shaz knows. Shaz is on my side.
Sam can't get a word in edgeways. It's not like she has anything that good to say.
Oh, but you invited me here.
I know. In fairness, I feel a bit lost. I don't know if I'm just a bit ooh today or what now, but there we go. Right. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go.
Are you going to
add some? Yeah, I am a GNU. I'm going to add some of the Aquarius Stickles gel that I was using this morning on the template that I have not washed. I'm sure no one's that surprised. I'm loving your handwritten set stamps 1. She definitely needs to get on with set 2. Set 2 is on the way. Set 2 is ordered. That is so done. It's all done. Okay. So it's Stickles glitter gel. If you missed me using the Stickles glitter gel this morning, it's epic. It's more of like a water-based gel. It's not like the glue. It's a different sort of thing. It's much softer. It's easier to apply, for example, with a spatula. It's quite movable. And I know we've made it very clear that I am not necessarily averse to drying things with a heat gun, that I shouldn't be, but this one you can actually heat set. And really, you don't want to be force drying adhesives because that will give off nasties, even if it's a water-based one, really, a lot of the time. But this is a gel. It's a sort of like a water-based gel, and it specifically says on the jar that you're allowed to heat set it. Okay, so you can see those little sparklies here. You what?
Isn't spatula a good word?
Spatula, yeah, definitely.
Spatula.
Spatula. What is your favourite word, Sam?
Oh no, you can't do that.
Not a sweary one, just a normal one. And it can't be
I love the word.
It can't be one.
Ozzle twizzle.
I was going to say, it can't be one that you love just because it freaking annoys me, because that's not nice.
I hadn't even thought of that, but thank you.
Yeah, but you have thought of that word now, haven't you?
Yep. So I've just spritzed this stencil with the ink that we started with, so that I could just pick out some colour to highlight these words, just in case anyone's wondering what I'm actually doing and not listening to Bev talk.
Right, in response to your doodling around some stars, I'm going to doodle around some stars. Because I need some black pen accents actually on my tag, because the little flower I've just done, I am going to add on. Okay. Salad,
To be
Wally.
fair, Mark Green. Mark is her favourite word. That's not always the word I use to describe you, darling.
No, it's really not. I'm there when she uses other words.
I would just like to prepare everybody that Harry has just come dancing into the room. So for what's about to happen, I'm truly sorry. Oh, Harry Green.
I just stuck my finger in gel.
I'm not going to use that. What am I doing? What do you think I'm doing? My job.
Yeah, but did he just think you're sat there talking to me though?
No.
No, okay. Because we
Making a
can
tag.
frequently be found sat talking to each other of an evening.
Was there something you wanted to say, Harry, or no? Nothing specific? Okay. You're free to go now. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I haven't got that problem at the minute. I'm all alone. Sound like Donkey from Shrek. I'm all alone.
Louise, Sam and I had a wonderful chat when you were on air at the studio. That's the only time we get to talk. I need a bit of black card.
Oh, this one. Yes, I've had a lovely chat. What about?
We were just pleased that we could.
You never think of using stencils like that. Like which one?
Huh?
I don't know.
Oh, my comments have done that thing again. I'm wondering who you're talking to.
I think mine have frozen a little bit. Oh no, they're back. Alison, I'm always alone. Think of the peace. I'm jealous of the peace sometimes, I tell you.
Like
Mr. T's in Sweden. Abigail is in Devon. And Katie is in bed. I think for words, I'm going to go with the small words. I'm going to use some Dina Wakley Ultra Thick Gel for the middle of my flower. Okay. You can tell I got distracted, Sam. You finished a tag quicker than me. Tags are my jam.
Not today.
Not today. I think I'm going to go with that there. And then I'll go with... I can't believe on an evening where I was fully willing to be bossed around by you guys, that you've just sort of, you know...
They've left us to it.
Shireen, I'm surprised at. It's Shireen, I'm surprised.
Yeah, but to be fair, she's had plenty of work on getting links for us.
Ah, so that's the trick to keeping her quiet. Get her to do the links. Linky McLinkerson from Linky Land.
Got any snacks left, Shireen? What have you actually got left?
I honestly think I did not.
I'm really sorry, but I've got to put some things on my desk so I can find what I want.
You never gave anyone else a chance to talk. I specifically said at the beginning, I'll pick the first template and then just shout out. And nobody did. So sorry, I'm not taking the hit on that one.
Dream on, girls, no snacks left. Shaz
I did not prepare.
How's the puppies, Shaz? And the lambs?
I did not prepare well with the snacks, and I know I haven't even got any now, and obviously now Katie's in bed, I can't go and fetch snacks.
I've got some snacks here. Do you want to see them?
No, I don't actually, because that's not going to help me out at all, is it?
Nah.
I mean, I didn't even buy like some naughty pop.
No, I didn't buy fully loaded pop. I've been eating these.
What are they? Let me see. What is that? Cheetos?
No, they're
Orange Smarties.
No, they're double crunch peanuts.
Does that say Nick Knock?
I don't know what it says. Harry said knickknacks, but that's why I did that.
Is Knox or something? Oh my life! Bit rude.
They're a German snack.
Oh, I see. I see.
They are called knickknacks. They're just German. Right.
Oh, to be fair, I could be bad. It just depends on how bad of a mother I'm willing to be. And I think we all know the answer to that question if it involves chocolate that doesn't belong to me but is in the cupboard.
Harry's just shouted from the living room, don't be a bad mother.
Harry, there is a Buttons Easter egg in this house. What do you think?
Harry, Dad says there's a Buttons Easter egg in her house. Caitlin's in bed. Should she eat it and replace it?
I mean, let's face it, we all know what I'm going to do.
I've just brought me a drink. I'm so sorry. Sorry.
Like I said, I think we all know what I'm going to do. So, is there any point pretending that there's a different plan?
Yeah, but the problem you've got now is that Harry knows about it. So he could like bust your story open. Yeah.
That's fine. All I'm saying is for people that don't bust my story open, I can go to the shop and provide things another day.
Yeah, like birthday presents on Sunday.
Exactly. Oh yeah, I never thought of that. Yeah, you gotta keep it or you don't get birthday presents. Only lads that are nice to their aunties get birthday presents. You are?
He says he'll keep the secret.
Excellent.
He'll keep the secret, he'll keep it.
Right, I know what my tag's missing. My tag does need layered up, but there's lots of things that need to dry on it first. But what I am going to do to coordinate, because I've got this Stickles gel, but what I don't have is a pink Stickles gel, and I'll tell you for why. At this moment in time, they don't make one. So I'm going to go to that does hold me up slightly. So I'm going to go to my little boxes of sequins.
Have you got any of the moon dust on? Is it moon dust?
Yeah.
And have you got have you got a kit flamingo re-inker?
Well, yeah, but in fairness, I've already changed my mind anyway, because I was going to put a pink one in the middle, but I've just opened up my sequins and there's some blue ones that really go nicely with the Aquarius Stickles gel.
Oh,
So
that's
that in the middle of the flower. So that's happening. Well, it's already happened. I'm committed. And then I'm going to do...
You are committed, or you need committed? Potato. Oh no, tomato.
Could you colour the Stickles gel with explosion powder? Well, technically yes, because in fairness, you mix explosion powder or I think with anything wet. But I think what Sam's saying about the re-inker would be better, because that's wet as well. So you put in the gel, it's not wet as such. It's because it's like gel. Think of really, really thick hair gel in a way, in terms of consistency. And if you put powder in, you're just drying that out. Whereas if you add a re-inker in, primarily what you're doing is just adding in something a bit wetter to go with it, and you've got the intensity of colour from that as well. So you wouldn't need that much of it. And obviously explosion powders, from what I can remember, I haven't had them for so long. Explosion powders, because they've got a couple of colours in them, haven't they? In terms of, because you've got the metallic and the colour tone, so you've got like a blue gold or a blue silver and whatever. I worry they would clash, and would they adhere to the like the small star sequins and the glitter. So that would be something I'd have to try, but unfortunately I possess Stickles gel and my explosion powders were stolen, so I can't test that for you right now. Was that because Sam borrowed your explosion powders back? No, it's because she stole my explosion powders. And worse than that, not only did she steal the explosion powders, she also kept the tub I keep them in. She stole, like, the thing.
Well, being bitter isn't going to get them back, is it?
Well, in fairness, neither's being patient, so, you know. Why did Sam staple the top of the tag?
To hold me ribbons in place.
To hold her ribbons in place. I feel like this is a proper tag off, and I really feel like you're winning, and I can't tell you how much that's annoying me. Like,
oh, don't cry.
I'm proper annoyed about it. Like, tags are what I do. How did I? In fairness, it's all your guys' fault, because I was trying to show you all the things you can do. I'm not. No.
I mean, to be fair, they're what I do too. If you look on most pages in my journal, they have a tag on.
Yeah, I know. But it's like, come on. But yeah, no. But to be honest, if I try and layer this up now, I'm gonna move something and smudge something.
No. I would agree. I think it's
do that. But very similar to Sam, what I'll do is I will layer this up onto some black, because again I've doodled in black, and I've stamped the sentiment in black as well. But again, I think this is a really good example of, like, from a leaping off point where we both had the same colours, we've ended up with things that do not look the same. We both started off with a big one, and we both started off with the same 3 colours. And obviously what?
It's where you go from those things. It's where you go from those colours though. So like the spray that we used, or the I'm just finding something to sit it on so that you can see it a bit closer to the camera without it shaking. Oh, you probably want something white, don't you? Oh, now it's too close.
Can you not just zoom in a little?
Oh, not without wiggling the camera.
Oh, right, yeah. Fair enough.
Not without getting a wiggle on.
So
I'm now trying to find things to build up the, like, to get it close.
So an hour has passed very, very quickly. Funnily enough. So as Inkables Day kind of comes to a closure, was there anything specific you were hoping to see today that we didn't get to? Because we know there's lots of things. Obviously, there's even more you can do with Inkables. I don't even think we even got a chance to emboss them on a machine, but I have to say my machine is now buried somewhere. And the plates, who knows? But is there anything specific that you're pretty confident I've got an access of my desk that you wanted to see that we didn't get a chance to show you? And then we can do that. Just putting out there, the Bee Crafty blending mats are the best product ever. Oh, thank you, my darling. They will be put back in stock tomorrow. They have sold out today, but they will be put back in stock tomorrow if anybody is waiting for those. Alternatively, if you've put an order in today and you know you want a blending mat or whatever, you can always email us, ask us, or send us a message on Facebook. That's fine too. And we can add that into your order and then just send you a PayPal invoice for it. That's not a problem either. So please do that if that's what you want to do. But again, anything else?
The other thing as well is if you think that we've forgotten about something, if you think we haven't seen something, tell us. Tell us. We respond really well. I'm trying to find this on your website. It says it's out of stock. Any ideas? You know, that's great. We'll take all of those things. Please come and tell us.
Oh yeah, we would much rather that than you be stuck. We would much rather that. Linda, awesome day. Thank you. Hope you've enjoyed it. Do you know what we have? We have. Billy says thank you as well for the blending mats. The blending mats. I think they were a me and Daddy joint one, but yeah, Billy was solely responsible for the Dinkables coming out as a range. When we launched the Inkables and we just had the 6x6s. Because I used to like using them in little sections on journal pages and whatever. It was Billy that came and said, well, what about if you had some in smaller designs, in smaller, like ATC size? I was like, oh, that's a cracking idea, that one, Billy. And, 10 sets later, it definitely was a cracking idea, wasn't it? And, whereas Mum's more of a fan of the big ones, to be fair, and she'll send us that I've been playing with this design. Because to be fair, it really is a team effort. So me and Sam sort of say the sort of thing we like. Occasionally we draw it, but in fairness, Mum just tells us it's in the wrong format anyway. So we'll tell Mum the sort of thing we want. She'll go away and do her thing on the super duper software, and then Billy will cut it out. And then me and Sam will go,
none of us have got any idea how to use.
And then me and Sam will go, oh yeah, that's lovely. Or Sam will send me a picture and go, look what I've got to play with. Because she lives over the road.
Well, it's funny you should say that. I'm sure I've got one of the potential new big ones.
You haven't? Have you?
Huh? I think I have. I don't know whether it is or not, but I can see it from where I'm sat.
Let me see. They won't tell anyone. It's fine. It's a secret. Can't tell anybody.
It's a secret.
Mum says you've got two. Mum says you've got two.
Have I? Have I actually? If I've got two, I don't know where the other one is.
That was awesome.
I've got this one.
Let me see. Oh yeah, that's a nice one, that one. I thought it might be my circles one that I'd asked for. I was going to be very annoyed. Like
I'm
berry.
sure that's the only one I've got.
So there you go.
I can't believe this day has happened and I didn't use the Jungle Leaves big one.
Neither can I. I was absolutely sure you'd use it. The funny thing about that is, I did.
I know.
I did.
And at the end of your life, went, and Sam will use Inkables. And I went, oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'm still sure you could have snuck it in if you'd have wanted to. Hey,
I think, to be honest, I got so excited with the Dinkables. I had a great time with them, so it was lovely.
Very much. I cannot believe. So after, what is it? 4 hours of lives, 3 YouTube demos, and in terms of completed projects, that's what I have.
Oh.
We have been live on and off since 10 o'clock this morning. And I have 2 completed projects. Oh dear. I love it. And you have 4. And that's basically our life. Have you ever done a trees dinkable or landscape? No, there's a sort of trees in terms of, for want of a better description, the trunks inkable, but no, not in a dinkable. That could be interesting. I'm thinking more of a trees for some new skylines or horizons, to be honest. But it's making sure they're stable enough to ink around and stuff like that. Right, so
you probably have such a day for that. Who's that to? Can't be me, surely.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
I'll tell you something for nothing, Beverly. It's one of us.
Yeah. Any idea why I can't basket the salt water taffy oxide? Not a clue, Judith. I will have a look into it in the morrow.
On the morrow?
Hard work. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. I did put, and luckily the DT caught onto this without me having to tell them about it because they're more on the ball than I am, which I don't think anyone finds a surprise. In the Bee Crafty Stamps group, I did put an Inkables inspiration folder because the Bee Crafty creative team have been flooding Facebook for the last few days with different projects you can make using your Inkables. The fabulous ladies that have
I would just like to put it out there right now that their projects far surpass anything I have done today. Anything. Even close.
Bear in mind, in fact, both of mine are based on ideas that were given to me by Anne, inspiration by Anne. So, you know, some absolutely fantastic stuff. Sue's done ATCs and she's done these fantastic circles. You know, Alison's been showing you loads. All of the creative team. Sharon has. Like I say, not just the ladies today. All the creative team. They have worked so hard to show us not only projects they'd already made using Inkables, but actually make us some new ones to put in there as inspiration. And we very, very, very much appreciate them because they're absolutely
There are not
awesome.
the words.
Sam wins, sorry to say, again. That's fine.
I was going to say, I love what Beth's done, so.
It's really okay. I think that's the good thing, though. Sam and we craft similarly but different in so many ways. Like
I totally appreciate what the other one does.
Art journal pages for me and Sam, we really like each other's, but we don't do them the same way.
Oh no.
It's the same with cards. You know, we really like what each other does, but that's not how we do it. Which I know sounds really weird, but It is what it is.
Well, I think
Okay.
the problem is not the problem. I think the thing is because we look at things so differently, and that's everything, not just work and not just craft and not just this. Because we can see things progressing differently and see a different endpoint. That's why we work so differently.
Definitely.
I start
Okay,
about
so
27
Alison...
jobs a day in the unit.
Oh yeah, it's brilliant, to be honest. Alison, what she's going to do, if you have not seen it yet, please go and catch up. It's a lovely live that gets straight to the point, if you can imagine, on YouTube. Alison did just a lovely video doing jelly printing with your Inkables, okay? But she's done some pulls from her jelly plate, and she's going to blog the makes that she completes with those on Sunday. So that is something desperately to look forward to, because you get to see the finished product from the jelly plate pulls. So keep your eye out for that. But like I say, if you are looking for Inkables inspiration, please head on over to the Bee Crafty Stamps group, because that's where the folder is. Also, Sam cleared up for us this morning because I wasn't sure, but there are 85, not including easy frames, 85 6x6 templates, okay? And obviously they all look very different when for the template and when they're inked through. It's not, sometimes like, oh, that looks so much better inked through. I didn't know it'd look like that or whatever. So if there is one that you've been and ahhing about and you're like, yeah, but I'd like to see it inked through, that's the sort of thing you tell us. Let us know, because then we can, for example, put that in that Inkables inspiration folder in the Facebook group, and you'll be able to find it in there. Yeah. So like I say, it's something we want to do anyway, but obviously with 85, and we do other things, don't get me wrong, we would love to just say, do you know what, tomorrow I'm just going to sit and ink through 85 Inkables all day. That's all I'm doing. Don't talk to me.
That'd be well cool, wouldn't it?
Unfortunately not a possibility. Not this week anyway.
It doesn't work like that, does it?
Oh, Sammy, I'm almost reluctant to end Inkables Day. I can't lie.
It's been really, really lovely.
It's been so much fun.
And thank you to everybody who's joined in, whether it be, watching the videos, liking the videos, sharing them, showing someone else, taking part, tagging your friends, however you have interacted with the day. Just thanks, really. Like,
absolutely. We've always said that the thing with doing things on Facebook and social media, if you can't, or you say you've already bought from us this week, or you haven't got the budget this month or whatever, we understand all of that, and that's totally cool. But if you can like something, comment, or even better, comment on it, as daft as it sounds, that helps us. It means Facebook are like, oh, people like commenting on their stuff, so they show other people. So even if that's all you can do for us on a day, we really appreciate that too. We really do. Go on then, Sam. I opened it up. You round it off.
Yeah, I think it's just, I think really, really simply, just to sort of close off the day, we've said 1,000 thank yous, and we mean each and every one of them. We will get anyone who has ordered today up to midnight, they will all be processed tomorrow. As we've said, Elsa, no. As we've said, sorry, King Louie's gone out for a wee and she can hear him. Anyway, the thing about we'll get through the messages. Anyone who has placed multiple orders, as we've said throughout the day, we will sort that postage out and get back to you. And for anybody who was here at 10 o'clock this morning, to anyone who is here now, just thank you. It's a pleasure and it's a privilege, and you let us do that. So thank you very much. I hope you all have something either nice and hot or nice and cold to drink. And we will see you really soon. I'll see you tomorrow, actually. Chit Chat Friday, isn't it?
Yeah, make sure you know what you want for tea.
Yeah, you can all do a little preparation for that, because I will be asking. I will indeed.
Okay. Is that us doing then, Sam?
That is us doing. Take care, guys. Thanks ever so much.